All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this session of SuperProf's Stay at Home Study Online web series. Today, we have Professor C.S. Priyanka Srivastav with us, and she will be explaining the preparation and revision strategy for CA final students, covering the corporate and economic laws. All right. Our courses are available on SuperProfs also. You can attend this session on Zoom or on our Facebook through live notification. This session will also be available on YouTube, but it is better if you attend this live right now on Zoom so that you can ask your queries directly from the professor. Ma'am, good evening.
Good evening. Hello students, welcome to the live sessions at SuperProfs, and the today topic is preparation and revision strategy. This is for CA final law students. This is basically for both the students for CA final November attempt and May to 2021 attempt. And one second, let me share my screen to you. Okay. So let me give a brief introduction about myself. I'm a CS Priyanka Srivastav. I'm a qualified CS, MBA and a BBA. I have a specialization in a corporate economic and commercial laws, and that's why I'm teaching you this subject. So without wasting any further time, let's start with the today's topic. The topic in which we are going to covering today is a preparation strategy, where we're going to see the strategy that you have to follow, you should follow while doing your preparation of this particular subject. As the time is very much near, the examination is on November only. So I had made a chapter wise weightage from that is basically given by institute only, and this weightage will help you to prioritize your subject, your topics. So on the basis of this, we're going to determine the sequence of topic in the revision, and we'll also find out that what will be the estimated time that you will be requiring for your revision. And there will be certain additional revision tips that you will be getting from my side, and there are certain amendment queries every student has while they go to online teaching. So I'm going to clear those amendment queries as well. And what materials we are going to cover in our notes and in classes, that will also be going to discuss today. So before starting, let us take a brief about the subject. So this subject is divided into three parts. First is corporate law, security law, and economic laws. So why this subject is given by the institute to you? Because they want you to have the ability to analyze and interpret the various laws, that is company law, economic laws, and commercial laws in a practical situation. So as you have already done your articleship, you are aware about that in how many times in practical life you get the scenario where you have to apply your knowledge, your interpretation skills to apply this to understand the law and interpret it according to the client's need. So this particular subject will not going to only help you with the examination thing, but will help you ahead in your practical life. So let us see what we have to study in our syllabus. So we have our syllabus is divided into two parts. First is corporate law and second is economic law. Corporate law contains the 70% of your syllabus, that is 70 marks paper comes from corporate law, and 30 marks paper comes from economic law. Now by seeing the structure, you would be thinking that there is only 6 subject in the economic law, so should I study economic law first and left all other law and only focus on the clearing attempt thing? But the answer is no, because the company law will create a base for you, and without the company law is the base of your building. Until and unless you don't know the company law, you will not going to understand SEBI law or economic laws. So to understand these law, you should have the base of company law. The first preparation strategy that is there is that we have to complete company law first. And you would see that they had started from director chapter itself, and all the chapters are given later on, like investigation, amalgamation. So these are like a step 2 subjects. So the step 1, the initial, the basic subjects are not there in your course, but until and unless you don't know the basics of company law, you will not going to understand what is director, what is how the investigation can be done. So for understanding all these things, you need to have the basics of them. So we teach you from the basic, from the grassroots. We have an additional chapters for you, which is okay, from exam point of view might not be the different, might not be that important, but for your benefit to to have a more better understanding of the further subjects, you need to have an understanding of the basics of company law and how the company is being formed. And then we'll go to the director part, the investigation, amalgamation, operation, valuer, and all these subjects. Okay, and then it doesn't matter we go to economic law or SEBI law, because they don't have any connection with each other. SEBI applies on a listed company, and company law applies on every company. So that is why this is the base of our course. And economic law depends upon the events that what the company is doing, and on that basis the economic law is applicable. And the most important chapter in this part 3 is IBC, because it may come from around 10 to 20 marks. A single subject can come from this, and it is not that big subject, and not that tough chapter. So let us see further the steps for preparation. What would be the steps for preparation? It would be 120 plus hours classes that I'm going to provide to you, and in that we are going to covering the complete module plus your RTPs and MTPs. That is revision test papers and mock test papers. All these things we are going to be covering in the classes. We are going to discussing all the practical questions relevant to the particular topic that we are going to covering. So, and according along with the classes, I will guide you that you how you have to do the revision. And once you are done with the classes, you are done with almost 100% of your syllabus, and everything is in your head. And now it is your turn in the second step, where you have to do the multiple revision. That is at least 2 times you need to do the revision. So the first revision is required for 100 hours. So at least 100-hour revision is required for complete syllabus, and in this revision you are going to study the complete notes provided by me plus the scanner. You also need to go through the scanner, the question of the scanner. You don't need to mug up that, you just need to go through that, what kind of questions are asked, and how you're going to answer these questions, that you can just understand by reading those. And while while the teaching, I will also guide you how to write answers in an examination. Even the next session, the tomorrow session, is about the same only, but in detail for each and every topic we're going to discuss it along with the classes. Then the last thing is final revision. Again, this is a 50-hour revision. This will going to be you would be thinking that how this much 22 chapter can be covered in 50 hours. But for this you need to refer the quick notes, or you can say short notes, so that you had to make in stage. You need to make this quick notes, and that you can refer at the final step. And it will be very helpful for you at final revision. You don't need to go through the complete 1000 pages books. You just need to go through that quick notes. That will be sufficient. By reading that quick notes, you will memorize the complete law, complete provision. So this is how you need to do the revision thing. Now the method of how I teach, that I already told you that I'm going to cover the entire syllabus with all relevant case laws. We are not going to do the excess case laws, but the relevant case laws, where you have to remember that I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show the practical aspect of everything to you, and with all the latest amendment. This is a related amendment. The major query of students are that whether we get the updated lecture, amended lecture or not. So that is my surety that will provide all the updated lectures to you. Plus that before the examination, at least 1 month before the examination, I'll conduct a similar kind of video, 1 or 2 lectures where I'm going to covering all the amendments, which you can see on even YouTube channel of the Super Profs. So that is nothing to worry about the amendments, and you will also be getting the notes related to amendments. Now then we'll be covering our notes will be covering entire module. Plus, you have to refer RTPs and MTPs question, but I'm also going to provide certain practical question with the solution to you, where you will find out the way how the answers are being written and how the practical questions are being solved. And the study that we are going to do is a conceptual based study. We are not required to do any rectification kind of thing. For each and every sub topic, we are going to see the concepts behind it, and then only we are going to do, going towards the law for that, the provision for that. And if I know CA students think that the law is a boring thing, it's a theory based thing, but I will prove this to you that it is a conceptual based study, and every law is made because of any intention behind it. Lawmaker has certain intention behind making the particular law. You will start enjoying studying law after this particular subject. And we'll also do certain answer writing practice in the class itself, and also I'm going to give you some practical questions, and the suggested answer will be mentioned here, where you can from where you can do the answer writing practice on your own also, and I'll also help you with that. And the course completion for the November 20 students will be completed by 15th October, and for the May 2021 the students may complete their course as per their requirement. All the classes will be provided to them by 15th October, so they can watch as per their convenience. And our preparation will be exam oriented, though I'm going to give you a conceptual based study, but it is an exam oriented thing. It is not like that I'm just teaching you 100 hours of amalgamation only, but it is not like that. I know you have other subjects to prepare also, so I want you to basically focus on this paper as an exam point of view, and trust on me. Whatever I say, you have to follow me, and the notes will be provided to you. And exact expectations that I have from you is I want you to revise the lecture within 24 hours, and you need to revise entire 24 hours before watching the next lecture. That is that you have watched this lecture, and now you within 24 hours you have to revise the lecture that you have watched before watching the next lecture. And you have to follow the sequence first. At the first preparation step, you need to follow the sequence of lecture that is provided by me to you. Okay, I am providing the sequence in the manner in which it will be better understood for you. So please follow that sequence. Don't follow the sequence that I am going to tell you right now. That sequence is for the revision step. And then again, I have already said you in multiple times that you have to revise syllabus, entire syllabus at least 2 times, because law is not an easy thing. You have to keep on revising the things, then only it will come in your head. And you need to follow my instruction. Obviously you are attending my class, you have to follow my instruction. And this is the most important thing. Please avoid any distraction while watching the lecture. I don't want you to engage into the phone or any kind of distraction while you are watching that. You can do all these things before or after watching that lecture. Okay. And as far as any doubt is concerned, I am always available through Superprofs. You can ask me, mail me, or do anything. You can contact Superprofs for any doubt. And you can repeat the lecture if you have any confusion. So before asking doubt, you can just repeat the lecture once, and still if you have any doubt, you can always come to me. Then the next thing is the weightage thing. So this is a very important thing from your point of view, not from my point of view, because I teach every chapter by giving an equal weightage. But for you, you should understand this weightage is given by the institute. So the director part is only belongs to 30 to 35% weightage, and then the investigation, amalgamation, and operation chapters is around 15 to 20% of the weightage. And when it comes to second part, that is SEBI part, security laws, it is around 15 to 20% of the weightage, and it is just 3 chapters. but these chapters are quite big chapters. And in this, the least important from my point of view, for the revision purpose, not for the course completion. In the at first stage we have to complete everything, we don't have to leave anything. I don't suggest to leave anything. Question may come from any chapter. This is just a weightage thing, anything can come, but so FEMA is the least important thing for me. And then the most important in this is insolvency bankruptcy code. This alone, this can come to 10 to 20 marks. And then these three chapters, these four chapters are very important also, because they are like a short chapters, they are not much big in size. And if you cover these five chapter, you will surely get at least 25 marks in your examination. So this is like a, so accordingly, according to, while seeing the weight test, we're going to decide that how, in which sequence the revision we're going to conduct. So the first priority that we have is the directors. So first we have to complete these three chapter in this order, first, second and third. And then we have to cover IBC, insolvency bankruptcy code, in the revision thing. And then after this we will have to do the winding up thing, this winding up chapter. And then we have to do these four chapters, okay, on the basis of the sequence that I had mentioned here. And by doing so, at least 60% of your syllabus is completed. And then this part you can do it like, then amalgamation, investigation, amalgamation and operation, and then you are done with it. And other chapters you can do it as per your convenience. But I had given the like sequence for that also, because these are not very big chapters, these are small chapters except the winding up one. So that's why we had completed it earlier only. And when it comes to this SCRA, this part we will do it at the end, because it is like a lengthy part, and only like up to 10 marks question will come from this three chapter. But again I'm saying, repeatedly I'm saying that we don't have to leave anything, we have to cover the entire subject. This is for the revision strategy and not for the preparation strategy. Okay, you can refer to this. I will provide this notes to you, you can refer to this for your convenience. Okay, and now what strategy we have to adopt? We have only 1 month is left. I'm considering the October month for November 20, guys. And for May 21 they can adopt this in a 3 month strategy. Okay, but for November 2020, this is 1 month strategy, where I made it like this, that where in first strategy you are like taking one subject at a time, and in that you have to like revise it in 100 hours. So I'm spreading this 100 hours into 10 days, 10 days, 10 hours daily. So I expect the CS students can study for 10 hours daily. So I divide it into 10 hours daily, and you will complete the first revision after 10 days. And after completing one or two subject more, after completing this particular subject, you can again come back to this subject and do the complete revision in 5 days. And 5 days, 10 hours daily. So the only thing is you need to keep a gap of minimum 1 week or maximum 2 weeks between the two revision. The second strategy is you are taking 3 to 4 subjects parallelly. So in that case, again we have to complete the course in 100 hours. Then you can do so in 25 days by studying 4 hours every day, or in a 20 days by studying 5 hours every day. So what, as per your capacity. And the second revision that you will going to do, and you will going to do either in a similar way, or you can spread it over the 10 days, 5 hours daily. Okay, and how to learn the section number, I'll tell you the important section that you have to remember in an exam. All sections are not important to learn in the exam. And when we're going to study, we should try to memorize it from the things we see. So while we are studying, we have to repeat it constantly, that what section we are studying. And suppose if like how to memorize, if anywhere you see a number 188, you have to think on your mind that what this 188 belongs to. So that section 188 is related party transaction. So if you don't remember this, you will go and check it on your books, or you will Google it, or you will see in the bare act, and you will find out which act is this, which section is this. Then you these things, when you do all these steps, you all these things will become 100% in your mind, and you will never forget the section 188 if you do all these things for the section 188. So that is how you have to be active 24/7 while studying this. So that's how you will remember it, like that only. You don't have to put so much effort for remembering the section in that case. Now there are certain tips which is given by me. First is you can write it in your own language, but remember you need to write the keywords and the phrases, which is basic legal phrases which is used in your examination. And wherever the provisions are mentioned, you need to write it as it is. Definitions, you have to write it as it is. Okay, and your answer should cover all the points. You should not write the complete stories, or any of the stories, but you have to cover all the points and give a brief about it. And the revision referencer, about that, ICI has made a quick referencer for revision, and this is the link where on clicking on which you will directly, that referencer will be open. You can download it and refer it. And you have to practice the MCQ question at the time of revising chapter itself. So at the revision step, when you complete a particular chapter, do the relevant MCQ, integrated MCQ from RTPs and MTPs for it, and by that the things will be 100% in your mind. Now regarding amendment, I had already cleared that. I will upload the amended lecture at least 1 month before the examination, so nothing to worry. And this time the all the lectures are very much amended, so we are not required to conduct any such lecture this time, but from next time we are going to have that, or basically for May 2021. And revisions, again I will take some lectures, at least 1 or 2 lectures, that will cover all important chapters, and along with some major scanner problems. And scanner question we also will discuss in the class, and you can please read the scanner along with the notes while preparing this particular subject. And thank you. And if you want to see the trial lecture, free lecture, you can contact Superprof. And if you like my video, if you like my teaching style, you can subscribe to my session, and contact Superprofs for that. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. If you guys have any query, you can ask now. Thank you, ma'am. Probably we don't have any query right now.
Okay.
So in future, if they want to ask, you guys can also write us on support@superprops.com, or you guys can call us on 01141170751 for some query related queries, and for any subscription related query, you guys can call us on 01141170753. Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye bye.